as you've seen, I talk a lot, so I will end up telling you everything. वो प्रीति जिंटा के glasses थे ना कल होना में, I used to have those glasses. I was very lanky and small, एकदम छोटी, as like very petite as a kid. So I was, while eating lunch, I'm watching like an Avara Pagal Deewana kind of or whatever. People should like us for our art. Yeah, is what I believe.
You have other people doing makeup for you now?
Yes. No, nobody. But what I meant is like how to be a singer, waste 15 years of your life, and then I'm just kidding. So I saw a couple in the garden in front of my house, and I just saw them and wrote a very, very cringe love song. I can whistle very well. And I can whistle very.
You can do kuch hota hai.
I'm not scrolling reels, but I'm on this person's account to this, and I'm like in their 2012 ka post. I'm like, why am I here? That happens to me a lot. See, wrote to me कि आप लगते हो ऐसे बहुत ही sophisticated type के, लेकिन आप हो नहीं.
How's it going?
Great. How are you?
I just hope I did not mess up your hair with the.
No, now I have to give me 1 hour to just
but
do
you
it
look
well
fabulous
again.
today.
Thank you. So do you. Very chill, very cool.
That was just. हाँ, इसको भी बोलना पड़ेगा. I have to give that back types.
No, very cool energy. I like that.
Thanks. This is just me in my natural state.
Yeah.
Yeah.
These are you like to dress comfortable.
Very much, especially with the weather. I'm not talking about yesterday's weather, but
Oh my god! And then Instagram, everybody's story was yeah.
It's just sandstorm and stuff.
I also very few days I'm so dressed up. Otherwise, I'm also very like in baggy clothes, stealing my dad's t-shirts and shirts. Yeah.
That would have been also a fun vibe.
That also would have been fun, but not today.
Okay. Guys, we have Utsavi Jha here today with us at Sounds Good. Yeah.
Sounds good. Great name for a podcast.
नाम मैंने सोचा है. I will get credit for that.
Yes. Great name. मैंने तो बोला था, I really like it.
Yeah, I had mentioned you earlier. How's it going? क्या चल रहा है? What's new in terms of course, music and anything else? Like what's happening in the life?
In life, I keep telling people that there's such few things that are not revolved around music in my life that there's not much I can really say. I love to travel, but that's not happening a lot. But so I've been working on a lot of music. I've started very actively making sure that I reach out to friends and family to spend time with them. Because the kind of person I am, I get so focused around work that I forget to really do things or enjoy things. So I've been making plans with people that I enjoy spending time with in the music industry, friends, family. I've been auditioning a little bit also, apart from music. What else?
Fun stuff.
And I've been reading. I started reading again. I used to read a lot, but music and everything can be so overstimulating that I stopped beach mein. But now I've started
so many people just think कि अगर आप artist हो तो पूरा time music ही करते रहते हो. But that's not the fact. It's most of your time. But apart from that also there's this person who is just normal, chill, 100%. Doing other stuff.
Yeah.
Like buying groceries and stuff.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, we're all there. But yeah, this is a thought that we kind of show a persona to our social media audience that we're all about music. But there's so much more to it.
For sure.
Yeah. And yeah.
I get very... I overthink what I put out on social media a lot, but there's so much, like you said, happening in life otherwise. And sometimes you want to just keep that private because that's just you, that's your life. So sometimes I don't really prefer to show that a lot, but there's obviously so many things that are close to us that we don't talk about as artists because people should like us for our art, is what I believe.
You've been an artist for how long? Like, I mean, was it like 5-year-old से मैंने start कर दिया था ऐसा? How's your journey like?
I used to sing when I was little. I started singing when I was 10 years old in school, and somehow my music teacher thought I could sing, so she'd get me to sing for school functions, school
Music
events.
curator, your music teacher.
My music teacher was my Sagar Kari
Yeah.
when I was little.
Yeah, this one will do something. Nice.
हाँ but
Yeah.
नहीं होने दिया मैंने. I was so shy. I was this, वो प्रीति जिंटा के glasses थे ना कल होना हूँ मैं. I used to have those glasses. I was very lanky and small, एकदम छोटी, as like very petite as a kid. So I was very scared and very shy. So I never let anything happen musically. So for 4 years कुछ नहीं किया. So I knew I liked music, but I didn't have the
Right.
confidence. So if somebody asks me what's your journey, it actually started back then, but it never like went on. There's been so many gaps in the middle, but eventually through destiny or whatever, I knew I liked music. So I
Right,
need to do
right,
something
right.
about it. I need to change my personality
Of
and
course.
just do something. And then I trained, I did like a bunch of things, and then finally started releasing
So
music.
can I call you like a classically trained singer?
No, I trained in Western vocals when I had finished degree college. So from school to degree college, again a long journey. I started reading a lot, writing a lot of poetry, and got introduced to English music at the end of school. So everything came together. I started writing songs when I was about 15,
That's
and
nice.
in English. And then I felt the need to train vocally because I liked reading, writing, but I needed work vocally.
I can't imagine 15-year-old doing originals already. I mean,
बहुत बकवास originals से. I saw a couple in the garden in front of my house, and I just saw them and wrote a very, very cringe love song.
Ooh.
But
but
it was
still,
a start.
that was you. I mean,
Yeah.
you were trying.
I was
just getting
trying.
started.
And then I trained in Western vocals, and then now I'm training in Hindi semi-classical because I'm doing so much Hindi music. So abhi I'm doing Hindi semi-classical, so I'm not classically trained,
Right.
but I'm trying to make my voice more powerful
Yeah,
for
yeah.
stage performances or even recordings.
Like if you say you're not classically trained, it's hard to believe with the work that you're putting. So
Wow, really?
Yeah.
That's so nice of you. Thank
it's
you.
amazing.
I'm glad you think so.
So-
I've grown up listening to so much good music. Maybe that's why
Yeah.
I think listening is such a big part of singing, right?
Yeah, you are mostly a listener when you're able to replicate notes, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
When you say trained in English or Western, you would
Western
say,
vocals.
was it under some school or a
No,
tutor?
a very, very good vocal trainer called Jennifer D'Souza. Shout out to her.
Shout out, yeah.
Yes,
I mean,
yes. She used to be the vocal trainer on the English reality show The Stage, if you know,
Oh.
all 3 seasons. And
What are you
somehow
saying?
I tracked her down and I said, if I need to get better, I want to learn from the best. So I went to
Wow.
her. And
here in India?
in India, in Mumbai.
Oh,
I was in the last year of college and I was not enjoying college at all, and something in me wanted to do music more or just get better. So I tracked her down and I convinced her to train me, and I trained with her for 2 years until from 2016 to 2018. And I had major issues with my breathing at that time.
Okay.
So she had to she still tells me I had to come up with exercises specially for you with Savi. So she trained me in breathing, like breathe right, and then rest of the
so
session
is it
would-
like very, like breathing is one of the most important part of singing? Is it like
100%. Now that when I didn't know better,
Right.
tabhi it was a very new concept
I
for
didn't
me.
know about this.
Okay. So breathing apparently is very, very important. And now that I'm doing it more,
Uh-huh.
you don't register that very actively. But even when you're like,
controlled
वो
breathing.
control कुछ लंबा note खींचना है, so you need to inhale longer for
Correct.
you to stretch that note. And people with better breath control, they are able to, like, they don't need to, they know when to break sentences, or so those kind of things are very important. And that was completely messed up in my case. So that was the first time I was made to realize that
Yeah.
by her, that breathing is so important. So half of my class with her was breathing sessions, exercises, and half was singing.
Crazy stuff. Like you yourself could have not imagined कि I'm going to go through this journey.
Absolutely.
When you think okay, I'm going to go with a vocal trainer, teacher,
हाँ.
ये कभी नहीं सोचा रहेगा कि breathing सीखने वाले हैं हम लोग.
Absolutely, मुझे पता ही नहीं था. I went to her कि my voice sounds so different than the singers I hear on radio, और मुझे I want to sound like them. I want to sound good. बट कैसे क्या कुछ पता नहीं था. तो ब्रीदिंग जब भी कराते थे, वोकल एक्सरसाइजेस व्हेन शी यूज्ड टू मा मे मी मो मो व्हाटएवर, दैट साउंडेड सो फनी इन माय हेड. एंड देन शी मुझे बोला था कि यू हैव टू गेट ओवर एम्बैरेसमेंट उत्सवी इफ यू हैव टू गेट यूज्ड टू हियरिंग दीज साउंड्स, बिकॉज that's the only way you'll get better as a vocalist. So big
Yeah.
part of how I'm able to sing today is because of her.
She's obviously trained one of the good singers
Thank
right
you.
now.
That's really nice of you. She is also almost like my mentor also.
Yeah.
She's been there for me as a guide also. Yeah.
That's nice. Like, are you here from Bombay?
Born and raised. Yeah.
Wow. Which school did you go to?
I went to Ritambara. You know Arun Shah High School, Ritambara,
Ritambara in
Juhu. That everybody knows that as a college, but it also
I know
had
it as a college.
It also had a school. So my
Oh.
sister and I both went there only.
Nice.
It's a Gujarati school.
And
so
also college, also the same?
No. College, I actually studied science for 2 years in 11th and 12th, and I went to Mithibai. And then I enjoyed science, but I was like, I can't do this. I cannot study.
Like when you decided for science, you might have thought ना कि मुझे ये करना है आगे कि just
No, I wanted to become a food nutritionist. I didn't know I had no idea what I wanted
take
to do.
notes, all the fans of Savija.
Pehle, like how to be a singer,
Yeah.
waste 15 years of your life,
No,
and
not
then I'm just kidding. That's my sense of humor. It's a very self-deprecating sense of humor, but basically I didn't know what I wanted to do. I was a very good student in school. I got very very good percentage. तो यही होता है ना, अच्छे percentage आए तो
Yeah.
science ले लो.
कितना आया था?
I got 92 point something.
Oh, shit.
So science ले लिया, and I wanted to also do food nutrition. I didn't want to become a doctor because that's a very very long journey.
Right.
तो और क्या कर सकते हैं, health conscious. My mom really wanted me to be a food
Oh.
nutritionist, so she pushed me. But I think at the time I was like writing a lot of stories also. I told you, right? I was reading and
Right.
writing a lot. तो मैं बहुत सारी short stories लिख रही थी वो time पे, back in 11th 12th. तो I realized I'm not studying most of the time. I'm skipping most of my classes, and it feels like torture when I'm in the chemistry lab trying
Yeah.
to do something.
Wrong place.
तो एकदम wrong place लग रहा था. Even though I really enjoy studying, like academics, I really enjoy, but maybe not the right subject.
Correct.
तो फिर छोड़ दिया. फिर मैंने after I switched to advertising. I studied advertising for my
Okay.
degree. I did mass communication.
Wow. That's your
And
master's.
That's my bachelor's.
Okay.
This was junior college,
Oh, right,
11th and 12th.
bachelor's. So is it BMM?
BMM. Yes, I did BMM. I studied at. You did BMM
Yes.
too? Where did you do it from?
I'm from Thakur College.
Achha, so you're also born and raised in
Yes.
Mumbai only. Okay. So what year did you pass out in? Achha.
Remember?
You don't remember also. But you know what kind of a course it is and what the journey is.
It's a
then.
fun course if you want to be surrounded by creative stuff and use your brain in a very creative way.
Yeah.
Like how to market a brand and filmmaking hai.
Correct.
You know, like copywriting was there. So many subjects, but very different from the mainstream work.
Correct. Very different from mainstream work,
Yeah.
and इतने सारे छोटे subjects है that you don't end up learning anything in detail.
Yeah,
So that is
just
something.
an overview.
Yeah.
I enjoyed media buying and planning, man. It's like you got a budget and you gotta fit things into it, and
And look where you are now, music curating.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think we'll talk about how I got there when somewhere where you are hosting me.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, BMM is I think somewhere very much related to the media industry in sounds. You know, like there are films, movies, and singing, and this is interconnected.
Which is why I ended up taking it, because BA had very specific like English, history, psychology kind of subjects. This felt like it had more to do with creativity, and kahin bhi main thoda writing ka kuch, I would get the scope to write more and explore singing in some way also actually. So that was one of the big reasons. I still didn't have the confidence, but I knew I couldn't do science. I had to take a step in the right direction. So I didn't know how I could use BMM musically, but I just ended
Yeah.
up taking it. Yeah.
Did you perform in fests and stuff?
So in my class, I was known as the singer. Everybody would just, if there's any event in the college, in my classmates would just tell me, "Acha, tum ek gana ga lo abhi."
Yeah.
So that was me in college, but I was not very active in the college festivals or anything like that. I started very actively doing music after college actually,
That's
but
after
वही
your
college
degree, yeah.
after my degree. During my degree, I did a diploma in film appreciation and creative writing because
What is this?
I
have
loved
no idea what it is.
okay, I'll tell you. I love creative writing. So
Yeah.
any like script writing or story writing,
You
novel
mentioned
writing.
you were writing stories.
Yeah. So anything, just writing of any kind. And usme there was, so out of 5 days in the week, 2 days were film appreciation. So you watch a good, like they make you watch a movie and then you understand it critically कि क्या है ये movie में.
सही है, assignment पिक्चर देखो जाके.
हाँ वो हाँ ऐसे लगता है, पर ऐसे भारी भारी मूवीज बताते हैं कि फिर लिखने को भी बोलते रिव्यू के राइट व्हाट यू अंडरस्टूड लाइक सिंबलिज्म.
ध्यान देके
हाँ
पूरा
सोना नहीं. So then that I thought that was interesting because I started watching a lot of good movies also वहाँ से. And I studied French also towards when I was.
How are we sharing subjects so much?
Huh?
I'm also a French student.
No, because I went and like शाम को ये सीख लिया type of
अच्छा,
thing.
it was not in your academics.
No, academics, I liked copywriting. I liked making ads, like coming up with a concept for an advertisement and then shooting. So that I really enjoyed. Media buying and planning also मुझे काफी पसंद था.
Have you ever sort of worked under any agency or worked on campaigns and stuff? Like because see, eventually when you studied BMM and stuff, it's an agency job somewhere, right?
Yeah.
Landing an agency job.
Correct. I worked my first summer of BMM. I interned at a digital marketing agency. So I was the copywriting intern. I did that for 2 months. The team was sweet. I enjoyed. I used to go to Kandivali and work there for 8 hours, come back. So it was sweet. But I realized that I don't like advertising as a subject. So then I worked in journalism after passing out.
Okay.
So I worked for 2 years in a magazine as an editor. I used to write articles, interview people. So I never had a agency job.
Right.
I did journalism, and then I worked as a brand strategist for a few months in 2019 at a branding agency.
Look at what you're doing right now.
Look at why when I tell these, say this, so not related to anything I've done. Yeah.
But amazing, yeah. I mean, both of us.
Even you, 100%.
We studied so different things, and we're doing something very different right now. Sounds good.
I know, but you're, I think, still in the media industry, and you're not, and you're doing mixed media, which is like podcast and Instagram. So still associated to that.
Advertising, I would say.
Yeah, still part of the media industry. You're not that far off.
You landed somewhere that it was probably your bachpan ka dream types.
Yeah, 100%. I very vividly remember I was sitting in my room one time when I think I was in the 7th grade, or I don't remember. I was very young, and I was singing very loudly, and my mom comes and she hears me sing, and I stopped because nobody can hear me sing or watch me sing.
Oh, you didn't want anyone?
No, as I told you, I was very shy. I didn't like any attention even from my parents, and she came and said, "You sing very well, but you know that this industry is very hard to crack." No, it's heavy, and they're the most supportive people now. They're pushing me the most now. My parents. I was
actually going to follow up on that. Your mom wanted you to be into food nutrition and how it transitioned for her.
Correct. So वो मेरे दिमाग में रह गया था कि हाँ ये तो this is a very far-fetched dream for me कि पसंद है music, लिख रही हूँ गाने, but no one is ever going to be interested in listening to my music, or how will I ever cross this bridge of even becoming a playback singer. So that's why it took me so long to actually do it, because it always felt like something that's very out of reach for me. But then now lockdown happened, a lot of things happened. Eventually indie music, the entire scene opened up so in a massive way, right? So now they're super, of course she's more practical than me, and the more practical one in the family. So she's always telling me that do whatever you're doing, you need to be financially independent, be stable, do music, do whatever, but that needs to happen.
Correct.
But once, I think for parents or anybody, when they see something materializing, their faith increases. So when they saw that there was some response I was getting from music, उनको थोड़ा वो दिलासा जैसा मिल गया. But they've always been supportive irrespective of anything I've done. I've switched things so many times in my life, but they were, so obviously my mom has been, I wouldn't say worried, but always been like slightly that you think what you're doing kind of a thing.
A little cautious to where you're going.
Where I'm going, that be mindful and do what you're doing.
That's very human, and let's just parents.
Nah, that's just parents.
Yeah.
My father, on the other hand, has always been, he told me to switch to BMM, and he's like, just keep doing music. Why do you want to like take up a job or do whatever? anything else. You're so passionate, just do music. We're there with you. So
That's nice.
ultimately, they're both there, and it took some time for maybe my mom to come to like just
Yeah,
be
on the
like
same page
on the same
as your
page
dad.
as my dad. Like he's always been on the same page. My mom was maybe a few chapters behind, but now we're all in the same.
Maybe with
chapter.
the safety belt on, your mom is like,
Yeah.
let's see type.
Which I understand
that's-
also. It's so
that's very
important,
normal,
right,
yeah.
for women in
Correct,
general.
correct.
Yeah.
Wow. Working on a lot of stuff. I've been following your work for a while now. I'm not here for a very brief time, but jitne time se main kar raha hu, I think I dropped that playlist, Queens of Indie India, and you were one of the first batches of songs. Sanj was.
Yes, I remember.
And I was like, bro, there's so much good music coming from the woman side of indie,
Correct.
clan.
Yeah.
And I just loved it. I thought there has to be a playlist, and I just put this Frizzell and
Correct,
this
correct.
Shreya and so many people. Just
Yeah.
So Sanj was where I discovered you.
Oh, yeah?
And I like, let's listen to more. And I saw you've put on so many songs, है ना? Like, when was your first release as an independent artist?
2020,
Lockdown.
November 2020. So lockdown. Lockdown happened, and that's where I decided, okay, chalo, now finally
Yeah.
I can give this a shot, because till now I was doing these jobs. I was working in a branding agency. I just quit my
Yeah.
job, and lockdown had happened. So I discovered the entire industry at that time, the indie scene. I had no
Correct.
idea something like that existed. So I was very motivated and inspired by other artists, and how are they able to do this, and so much good work is happening.
Yeah.
I should be able to take a leap of faith and just do
Correct.
it. And
What was your first release?
it's called Amsterdam.
It's an English song.
It's an English song. So the first 3 songs I released were English, because my primary language of writing was English before the lockdown.
Yeah.
So I wrote, it's about my love for traveling, my love for solo traveling. I've done.
You've traveled solo a lot.
Yeah, a lot. I love to travel, and very fortunate that I've been able to do that. 2018, I quit my first job, that magazine job,
Yeah.
and I went on a month-long backpacking trip to Europe.
Oh
Did
my
5
God.
countries, watched a few bands, and taught
Nice.
English somewhere. It was amazing. So I made it a point to travel each year around my birthday. So I did that for 4 years before the lockdown. But lockdown ho gaya.
Yeah, I mean, so you're going to places and getting experiences from there, memories, and then probably adding it to your songs. Does that happen?
Absolutely. I think I feel that traveling has shaped me as a person.
It does, yeah.
It has very, very massively changed my personality and just shaped me, because I feel like I'm a very different person when I'm traveling. You feel like you want...
So it just sort of flip side, like from you're saying ki room mein mat aana, main gana ga rahi hu, se leke traveling alone to Europe is a very different Utsavi. I mean, seeing 2 different people here.
Correct. Absolutely.
How
right.
that happened over the time.
That
through
happened over...
going to college, going out, and
Yeah, when I left school, I knew that I was entering a new world completely.
Right.
Nobody knew me, so I had the chance to reinvent Utsavi, because in my school, everybody knew me as a shy, reserved
right.
Utsavi who was very extracurricular involved. I was always doing competitions and winning them and things like that, but was still very shy. So I said, at home, I'm this super chill person that everybody thinks I'm like this goofy, very crazy person, but that personality doesn't come outside. So maybe college is my chance to reinvent. So in 11th and 12th, I really made sure that I'm challenging myself to make more friends, make more plans, go out and not be scared. So I think I've always, as a person, been uncomfortable. Always. I think I don't remember ever chilling in
how
life.
How are you right now?
No, now I'm okay. But I'm just saying that all my life I've just been like super uncomfortable, because I've always been like, no, it's you have to do this. Like you have to learn to do this. You can't just use this as an excuse to not do something. So
It's good that you rewire yourself very quickly like that.
That's been good. I don't know what makes that happen, but that's been happening. And then that's why like I see traveling as almost like life-saving for me, because nobody in my family does music or anything, but that's something I chose for myself. Like I discovered that interest
so
for
your
myself.
parents, grandparents, is music nowhere around?
No.
No one is a musician?
No. My dad loves to sing, and I think they listen to very good music also, but nobody is a musician.
Oh. First in the family.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah.
When did you pick up an instrument? Like, and how did you know, okay, I want to do this or that? I don't know what's your primary instrument of composition.
There is no primary instrument of composition because I use guitar and keyboard both. I picked up the keyboard too just for riyaz because I wanted to not sing off key.
Correct.
But I really enjoyed the sound of my voice with that instrument. So I started using that to compose or even just sing and make covers, which I started making in 2018. I started putting covers on YouTube, so I would just play them. But guitar, तो I picked up and left 4 times. 10th standard में एक बार pick up किया था, फिर 12th standard में again, then again, and then again.
You went to a tutor? Or?
Yeah, I used to go. First, I went to a class, an actual like melody music class. Rajiv sir was very good, but I just feel like once it got hard, I left it. So that happened with guitar too many times because it starts to pain, na? It starts to pain.
Yeah, it just gives you that hard skin.
Yeah. So for that used to pain, so I would stop playing it only. But now I play. I finger pick.
Correct.
Finger picking भी करती हूँ, सब कुछ करती हूँ. So I'm now also learning with somebody online. I'm trying to get better at both the instruments. But I compose on both the instruments because they both give such different sounds and like how you can, the mood, it really depends on my mood. If I'm feeling slightly sadder, I go for
Piano.
the keyboard.
Yeah.
Because
because of the soft frequencies, I don't know what that is. It just
more
feels mellow.
Yeah, more mellow, correct. It really depends on my mood, which instrument I'm feeling. If I'm also, keyboard is hard to carry everywhere. If you feel like sitting, तो keyboard
it has to be a stationary position for keyboard for sure.
Yeah.
Guitar is.
You can take it and sit on your bed and also do something. Can't do that with my keyboard.
True.
Yeah.
It's fun. So, your first songs were made from keyboard.
No.
Amsterdam and stuff.
No.
Like that.
So Amsterdam was made on the guitar.
Yeah.
So a lot of my songs are actually made on the guitar, not on the keyboard. Once I make the songs, then I take them to the keyboard to refine them.
Correct.
But usually, what happens? I'm sitting with the guitar, and earlier, as used to happen, I would just hold one chord and then जो भी melody जहाँ लेके जा रही है वैसे I just keep the recorder running. So maybe 12-minute long vocal take हो गया, and then I find usable melodies, ऐसे maybe a few melodies, and then I'd stitch them together. So Amsterdam, the second song Picnic, they all happened I think on the guitar only, and sometimes without an instrument also. I'm just sitting and singing and something happens.
Right.
Yeah. The first few songs.
You mentioned Amsterdam was 2020. Right?
Yeah, 2020 November.
So for an independent artist who had very little knowledge of how to actually distribute a song, कैसे किया, like figure out कर लिया पूरा खुद से?
No, I have to actually say that massive shout out to everybody who's like, I've been very lucky to have a lot of well-wishers and mentors who've helped me every step of the way when I've reached out. The first, obviously, like I told you, my vocal trainer, and then Ehsan Noorani sir. I used to go on his live a lot in the lockdown. He did that for 5 months straight, you know, right?
What are you saying? Huh? I used to watch that.
Yeah. तो वहाँ तो काफ़ी सारे लोगों को मैं मिली यार who are now killing it. तो I would keep going on his live, DMing him, कि sir, what did you think about this song? He actually recommended the first producer I ever worked with, Karan Parekh, who did Amsterdam. Then I'd sent him my song. Ki, sir, do you find anything that I should work on? He gave me feedback. So he's a massive reason why I'm able to do this. And then I spoke to a lot of other musicians in the industry. I asked him what distributor I should go for. Did some research also. But at every step of the way, I asked people and they helped me. So I don't see it as something I've figured out myself. I really asked a lot of people and they helped me.
I think it's very necessary to ask for help. You can't figure out everything on your own.
Yeah.
There is always people around you who know a little bit more than you, and that helps.
Absolutely, 100% agree with you. And asking the right people is important. Don't ask everybody and anybody, but people who you know will wish well for you and who know what they're talking about. Asking them, there's no shame in asking.
Sure.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah, I'm a huge feedback taker.
Yeah, so you have like a group of people who you show or make them listen to your unreleased stuff, or is it just
no? In 2020 when before starting production, I I think I have that Google Drive group also. It's called Focus Group.
Okay.
And I made a focus group of 10 people. My ex-boss, my friends who like to listen to music, and some
Shout out
relatives.
to these
Shout out to
people.
all these people who heard very, very bad demos of my songs. And then they tell me, कि ये गाना अच्छा है, I like this. So I did that entire exercise. And then I chose, okay, maybe which song to really go with. And so there was a group like that. So why the feedback group becomes smaller as you keep making more music.
Correct.
Pehle because you're lost completely. Then you make the first song, then you know, okay, these were the mistakes, but I know this is what I need to work on. Then the feedback group keeps becoming smaller because तुमको ज़्यादा पता चलने लगता है.
Of course.
My
Then there
song-
are like maybe 3 or 4 people.
Now also I take feedback because I do feel like there are always going to be more people who are better than me, who can tell me.
Yeah.
गाना निकालने के बाद feedback लूँगी, what's the point? If I can fix while it's
Yeah,
happening,
yeah.
then it's even better, right? So now also I look up to some musicians and I ask them. Paddy Sir from Spotify has been
course.
really good in that also. So I do ask people, but now the group is smaller. The group changed also actually, the
Yeah.
more people I know.
And you also sort of over the time understood what's good for you, what's your sound type.
Exactly. Like I told you, my song Rujhaun, if you've heard,
I have.
it's a jazz pop song.
Yeah, it's different from the usual.
People.
मुझे ये करना है, मैं ऐसे
Because
करना है.
I knew that anybody will hear it is going to tell me, "Arey, this is very different and it's not sounding like anything we've heard."
Yeah.
So I didn't want to get demotivated. I knew I have the sound and vision in my head. Let me just finish it before I can get any negative energy. So my producer was Manav, shout out. He is amazing, brilliant.
Yeah.
He did the production. He was apna kar raha tha. I was giving him feedback. That's it. So you learn more the more you keep releasing
Yeah.
music. What's going right, what needs work. And then you just keep reaching out to the right kind of people. Now I reach out to a friend, Manikant, who listens to all my mixes because he has a very sharp ear.
Yeah.
So he's like my reference point. Okay, if he approves my mix, then it's all good.
So you always had someone else do your mixes, right?
No, my producers usually mix all my songs. I've never had a separate mix engineer
mix
until the
engineer,
project
okay.
I'm doing right now.
Ooh,
Yeah.
big stuff.
Now, yeah, if you want to level up, then you also have to like do something differently, right?
Yeah.
Change something in your process.
Ah, of course.
Yeah.
Wow, I can't wait.
Thank
Can
you.
you drop some hints about what you're working on?
I as you've seen, I talk a lot, so I will end up telling you everything. But
बता दो सब बता
सब बता दूं. I'm working on a EP. I'm working on a 5-song EP, and it's going to drop. The first song drops in July. I'm very, very excited about it because all my music, as you've heard, is very personal. It's extremely personal about things I've felt or I've experienced or things I've seen around me with people around me. So this is so one step ahead of that. It's about my experience. Like, I don't know. ठीक है. It's about it's about my experience with heartbreak over the last few months. Again, it's nothing new that I'm talking about, but it's
Is it
from
based on something that happened with you?
yeah, it's like I said, everything is so personal. It happened to me, and I didn't know what to do about it, about these
That's
feelings.
nice.
So I wrote songs.
Which song is it based? Like, which song is it? The one that is based on the breakup.
No, the entire EP.
Oh, इतना सारा दर्द है.
5 songs. Yeah.
एक song में नहीं आएगा.
I-
5 गाने करने पड़ेंगे.
I feel like artists are super dramatic also, no? थोड़ा exaggerate ही कर देते हैं.
God, this I can't wait honestly. Like, I didn't know this context, but मजा आएगा.
Yeah. What else do you do when you don't know what to do with your feelings, right? So for me, it's writing songs.
What does this EP have a name or just a set of?
That I think,
You should not.
yeah, right. That I will not reveal right now. But it's a 5-song EP.
Wow. And you plan to do music videos on any of?
Yes, I'm hoping to do at least one music video because I really like to convey through the visual medium
Yeah,
also.
I've seen a couple of your videos previously, and I think you should make a lot of videos. Yeah, because you're a good actor, I mean.
Thank you.
So, because your audience are sort of tied up with you, how you write and how you portray it on your videos also. So, if I am in your I'm your audience, I would want to see 5 videos. So,
If I had the bandwidth, I would make 5 videos for 5 songs, because musically word से एक चीज़ बता रहे हो, but video से you can convey something like your story again through a different way, and I find that so fascinating. इतना मज़ा आता है मुझे वो करने में, like the ideation bit and what else does the song make you feel, what are the visuals. So
because you wrote it probably thinking something else, but the director is probably saying कि ये लाइन का मतलब हम ऐसे दिखाएंगे.
Exactly, वो collaboration.
You should be open to that also. A lot of people are not open to that. I've seen people like कि मैंने तो ऐसे लिखा है, इसको ऐसे ही portray करो. But I'm glad like you have a very open mind on that.
Yeah.
Because that gives the audience so many different perspectives, and usually it happens in that way. तुमने कोई song release किया है and people are making reels in different like perspectives.
Correct.
Like you never even thought of वैसा कुछ हो जाएगा वैसा.
100% रील से तो वही imagination लोगों का कहाँ कहाँ जा रहा है. That is so very interesting to see.
You enjoy, right? Like people when they use your audios and make stuff.
A lot. I तो really love that a lot. And पहले when I started making music, I didn't know this feeling only.
Yeah.
So it used to fascinate me इतना कि अरे बाप रे मेरे गाने पे किसी ने रील बना लिया. Like wow, like somebody gave it so much importance. Wow. So I तो even like the smallest simplest video would fascinate me so much. But 100% of people I've worked with, the directors, shout out to them also, they've always treated my song as their song, given creative inputs. My song Intezar, if you know, which is a spoken word.
Correct.
When I was making it, I knew I wanted to wear a red sari and be on a bike and go somewhere. But then my director and the videographer, they gave so many inputs that it should start maybe this way and this should be the end. Like they came up with a whole storyline. So you need people who take ownership of your work. Sirf akele, like everything is teamwork. You can't do, I to feel everything I do is teamwork, and it's happened because there are good people helping me, be it my friends who've helped me do the artworks, friends and family, or people who just wanted to make a video with me and they came and did it for a very tight bootstrap budget, but they believed in the song to kar diya. So
that's nice. How's your rapport with your fans?
I am very accessible on DMs, and I even if like I try to like reply to
comments and stuff.
I comment also. I try to reply to every comment. It gets exhausting after a while also, but I try to reply
because
to
there are so many now.
So many, मतलब इतने भी तो मेरे, I don't have such a big following on Instagram either, but whoever is, I feel like they're not just comments, that's somebody trying to engage with me. So I don't see it as a comment. I see it somebody reaching out to me.
It's
like
a communication,
maybe
basically.
It's a communication. I wouldn't leave somebody on red if somebody reached out to me on WhatsApp.
I feel the same way.
Right? Exactly, yeah. So if somebody is leaving me a comment, they're trying to tell me something. तो
and
मैं,
it's very rude to not.
It's rude to not.
Not reply.
हाँ, सिर्फ हार्ट भेज दिया तो मैं कभी-कभी सिर्फ लाइक कर देती हूँ, but I तो try to reply to that also. I just feel like I don't take anybody's involvement or engagement with my music for granted, क्योंकि people have to care a lot nowadays to engage with anybody. हम लोग की लाइफ में सब बहुत चल रहा है, तो I really
most of the social media users are very passive.
Yeah.
They are just viewing. बहुत कम लोग हैं जो effort लेके comment like और बड़ा DMs तो बहुत उनको तो मैं हाथ जोड़ूं.
I know, and you know Sagar, I'm so fortunate, touchwood, that I get वो बड़े DMs for Sanj, and I sometimes I've cried also thinking कि this person doesn't know me, I'm not even that मतलब famous या कुछ भी ऐसे नहीं है ज़्यादा. Why do they something I made move them so much to take out half an hour of their time to write me इतना बड़ा message? I don't take that for granted. तो मुझे फिर मैं इतना बड़ा मैसेज सामने भेजती हूँ, एकदम क्राई सेशन. हाँ, फिर एक गाना लिख देते हैं उसके ऊपर. रिझाऊं was about that only. I was feeling like, oh my God, I am so lucky to have so much love in life from friends, family, but strangers also. Like, what do I do that I can show them that I love you just as much? Like, मैं टोपियों से फूल निकालूं, मतलब should I do magic? What can I do for you that you know that I love you so much? उसके ऊपर गाना लिख दिया.
God, your writing is good. I mean,
thank you. But yeah, I'm very accessible on DMs, and I write to people when they write to me. Sometimes I slack. I've been slacking in the last few months.
Yeah.
But I
yeah,
know
social media does get a little exhausting sometimes.
Very. It is very demotivating at times, and you have to on good days it's good, on bad days it can you just want to shut it and not let it affect you. It affects me also.
Yeah, you should see my screen time.
Well, is it a lot?
Yeah, it's average 4.5 hours. That's a lot.
But that's not very bad also actually, but
That's average.
abhi to like all the time people are on
Yeah,
Instagram, so
But see, if you go with an intent, like I go on Instagram with content ideas. I want to see what other people are doing. Maybe I can do it for my audience. That intent I go with.
yeah.
And then it slightly diverts into doom scrolling.
Yeah, I know.
That happens with everyone. So, but then you don't realize, yaar, आधा घंटा हो गया. Why is my legs frozen?
Correct. Yeah, why is my leg frozen and why am I like on this random person's account from 2016 वाला post क्यों देख रही हूँ मैं?
Right.
So I end up there. I'm not scrolling reels, but I'm on this person's account to this, and I'm like in their 2012 का post. I'm like, why? Why am I here? That happens to me a lot. Yeah, so it can get very exhausting, and to keep motivating yourself every day to create content, which for me is challenging. I find so. Kudos to you. Actually, you've been. One or two of my friends have written to me that, oh, you sent me your reel where you mentioned tum jaise ho, and they sent it to me and they just said, congratulations, you're on this reel. And I said, I know, I am
But congratulations.
very.
I mean, I'm just trying to explore stuff.
Jo bhi hai,
Like,
but
you are the artist. Like this, I am only just sort of a channel. For
no, but they see the number of shares it has, the amount of people it has reached, and
I'm
you're.
glad I sort of have this small community wherein people are always coming to find new music.
Yeah, it's very engaging, your community,
Yeah,
right?
it's like me sitting on the laptop every Friday. आज क्या आया करके.
Amazing. It's so nice that you take out the time to listen to our music in some way. And I think you started the trend also of people of like music curation with the kind of reels you make, right? In some way.
I sort of picked it up from somewhere international.
Yeah.
And then I saw a lot of people replicating it in India, and I'm glad
Yeah.
we're sort of building that community.
Yeah.
कि curators भी होते हैं.
Correct.
You know, artists
Yeah.
need a bridging gap for the
Absolutely.
audience.
Independent curators, not in a company. Correct. Yeah.
It's fun, yeah. I mean,
Must be exhausting for you
It's-
also, I'm sure.
it's actually fun when you see those big messages that you're talking about. Yeah,
You also get them.
definitely.
It makes
So
everything
I'm not even
worthwhile.
creating music. Still, like, you know,
Still.
people are just nice. It's
Yeah.
not just shitty DMs.
Correct. तो वो थोड़ा अच्छा लगता है कि there are good people in the world
Yes,
also. So
yes,
no
yes.
matter how hard or bad
You
days,
do it for them, yeah.
yeah, you do it for that group of people who are selflessly writing to you and expressing a feeling and sharing about their life.
True.
Yeah, I have to do it for those.
Do you meet your fans or listeners? कभी हुआ है ऐसा?
I wanted to do at the shows. Yes, I
Yeah,
met
the shows, yes, yes.
I did a show at Antisocial last year and at Veranda also. And one guy came from Pune all the way to meet
are you
because he was
saying?
going to move to USA or somewhere. So he said, before I moved, I want to meet you and see you. And this other guy wrote me 2 letters and he handmade a sunflower for me with like wo paper ka, with
Wow.
like painting and all. So it was very sweet, but they're all really nice. Whoever comes and talks to me, they're all genuinely nice. They like that I'm talking about the song before I'm singing, the storytelling.
You do
So
that
the
in your live
shows, yeah.
I want to see live. Like,
Yeah,
once.
I'll invite. Yeah, I haven't performed in a bit, but I want to do that with the EP. So of course it's a personal choice. Some people like for shows to be more music. But I just feel like my songs are so storytelling and story based.
Yeah.
It would not make sense for me to not give them more context.
No,
There's-
it's very important.
Yeah.
I think, and I see a lot of artists doing this these days.
It's important that
Yes.
original
Why
music.
you wrote it?
Yeah.
And what is the thought behind it?
Absolutely.
Because you're just dropping a original song
Huh.
to an audience who's never heard them, maybe.
Yeah.
So-
How else do you make them more invested with just the melody or lyrics? So hey, but if even the thought that I wrote this for somebody when I was whatever feeling this or that, maybe that concept can really stick to them and they'll listen to it more carefully. So a lot of people who've come to my shows have said that they really enjoyed the storytelling or the things that I spoke about. So then people who don't like it can close their ears. मैं तो बोलूँगी.
How's your take on criticism, I would say?
I told you I'm a big feedback taker, so I really enjoy criticism, and there are some people that always write to and say, is there anything you like, don't like, but I've always been open to criticism also. And
have you received it from a stranger audience or something कि मुझे ये अच्छा नहीं लगा या फिर something, anything, I mean, ऐसा कभी हुआ है?
At least I don't get a lot of hate messages. I don't know if that's bad
good.
or good. I don't know, but there are people who've told me that I like this song of yours better than this के और सांझ जैसे गाने
There's
बनाओ,
always
ये
a
नहीं चाहिए.
favorite, like
हाँ.
for me Sanj is one of your like
हाँ.
favorites, like
Yeah.
I wouldn't top any of it before.
Correct.
Like,
I'm glad. It's a personal favorite. It's the first Hindi song I wrote, by the way.
probably, yeah.
Yeah,
So
that's why it's very special. I spent some extra minutes there.
Ah.
But no, I say criticism तो like from the industry, if somebody doesn't like तो बोलेंगे ऐसे, but like anything जो एकदम ऐसे लगा हो. Lately actually ऐसे कुछ हुआ where I felt like as an artist अपने रूम में बैठ के अपने इंस्ट्रूमेंट पे you can write गाने, but you can be stuck to that process so mindlessly कि कभी कभी लोगों को क्या पसंद आ रहा है कि क्या चल रहा है outside of your bedroom. You sometimes miss that. So somebody actually pointed that out to me recently, one or two people, और वो मेरे mind में भी थोड़ा चल रहा है कि maybe is there something new that I can try, because I've grown up with all kinds of music. I listen to all kinds of music and I'm not married to कि ये ऐसा ही kind of गाना बनाना है. तो ये थोड़ा अभी recently I got a feedback from somebody that maybe it's time you also try
stuff.
थोड़ा like go out of your comfort zone. So I'm trying that. I'm meeting more musicians and doing sessions with them. So that वो भी hurts
That's
you in
nice.
some
Yeah,
way.
I think I've seen it on your stories, jamming with a lot of people,
Yeah.
maybe.
I actually don't put a lot of things on my, even when I go for a recording session. Yeah, but this is some going
This is
thoda,
very recent, I think. I might have seen something.
I jam with my band.
Oh, you have
With the
a band,
musicians I jam with, I usually don't end up posting, and I'll tell you why. Because when I was in 2021, I was recording Sanj and Chanchal Man, and I put a picture before going into the recording कि oh, I'm recording the song, send me best wishes, and those two recordings अच्छे गए नहीं. तो तब से मेरे mind में ऐसा हो गया है that हाँ कि so now like when I was shooting for Gulmohar, I didn't post anything about Gulmohar till the movie was actually announced, because I really feel like energies like so I don't talk about things who I'm working with or what I'm doing. If I'm recording something today, people don't have any clue, because I don't want to attract any wrong energies. And there are people like that who are following you also. So I don't want any of that. So I do my work, I release it, तभी तुम लोग देख लो, तब उसके पहले I'm not going to talk. I really believe in that.
Yeah,
so that's why I'm meeting many musicians to do sessions, but I try to keep it like, don't want to talk about it right
like
now.
on a very personal level type.
हाँ.
है ना? Not show it to the media stuff.
हाँ, personal level मतलब हाँ अभी नहीं बताना, जब गाना बन जाएगा you'll know.
If something productive comes
Yeah,
out,
if something productive, yeah.
Yeah. That's nice. So your day is usually like circled around music. How's Utsavija's day like?
It's
Ideal day.
as much as I've tried to structure it ना, नहीं होता है structure. When I used to have work, I used to have a part-time job even while I was doing until last year. So the first half of the day I would do my job, and the second half I would do music-related things. This year I don't even realize कि like the time has gone so fast. May आ गया already. So I've been a lot of the times I have to meet somebody. So, but on a very average ideal day, I would say I wake up and I listen to music for half an hour, because I cannot listen to too much music also. Half an hour, something is better than nothing. So half an hour, then I'll eat something and then I'll sit to write. I'll either just journal, or if I have a song, then I'll sit to write with the song, because that's the most like active
That's
part.
a pretty organized morning for you. I mean, for most people, this is very like neat, I would say.
Yeah, glad, because so that's what I do. And then afternoon is slightly like I'm watching videos, maybe
Netflix.
an interview. No. नहीं वो बीच में like while eating lunch I'm watching like an Avara Pagal Deewana kind of or whatever. But then in the afternoon, I'm watching interviews, like songwriting interviews or anything interesting, like some content or
That might help
listening to
you,
a
right.
podcast or whatever. So that I'm doing, and then I go to the gym in the evening on most days. But if I'm feeling down, so there are weeks when I don't end up going to the gym. And then I compose in the evening, and before going to bed, I read a bit and then I sleep. And if I have to record something, then I record at night. So this is when I don't have to go out. But a lot of days I have to
Mostly
go
it's
and meet
meetings and
people,
stuff,
meeting musicians, whatever.
Yeah.
But this is when I have nothing and I can plan my day. This is how I
This
structure
is
my day.
an ideal day for itself.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So when you say you have to do a lot of meetings, do you have a manager?
Yes, I work with First Wave and Raghav Miatal. He reached out to me last year in June
Right.
and said, let's see where we can take this and grow you more. So I've been working with him. And he and his team are fantastic.
It helps, right? Having a team.
100%, because I've been doing this by myself for so long. I was the artist, the crew, the everything, right? Like from writing emails to calling people, doing my own makeup, sab kuch hi. So
You have other people doing makeup for you now?
yes, no, nobody. But what I meant
need
is
an
like,
upgrade.
no, makeup, nobody. But like, what else can I say? Talking to people, finding recommendations. Pehle to I would have to like, everything I had to do on my own, even if I have to do a live show.
Yeah.
Logistics to sound check timings to
God.
water chahiye, ye chahiye, wo chahiye, everything I had to
All
do,
you.
right? And I didn't mind it because I didn't know any other way. I've never had anybody helping me from like a work point of view.
Right.
So, and I'm a very hands-on person. I like for things to be a certain way. So I better do it myself than tell somebody else. I'm very
What month
particular.
of the year are you born?
I'm born in June. I'm a Cancer. Why? You believe in that?
Yeah, I'm also a Cancerian.
Yeah. So are you like that?
Yeah.
Like super, yeah. Then you know what I'm talking.
You're late June, I'm guessing.
I'm early June, 20. Yeah, sorry, late June.
Ah, Cancerian has to be
yeah,
early.
25th June.
Okay.
When is your birthday?
4 days later.
29 June. So we are in the same group only. Then you know how hyper obsessive we can be about.
It has to be our way, I mean.
है ना?
You know?
I don't know if it's
Or else it will not exist.
or else it will not. Yeah, because I don't want to be sound a certain way, but like there's a certain quality you want to maintain that a lot of people slack, and you'll understand we don't slack.
Yeah. It's we now, us clan.
Yeah,
Cancerians, Jago.
Cancerians represent.
Because when you said June, I was like, okay, it's flashback to how I was also shy in school and stuff like that.
Yeah,
It's
you were also?
Yeah, and I'm totally opposite right now.
Are you like, have you changed as a person personality wise, or this like there's two Sagars?
No, I've changed over the time. Yes, I did not talk to a lot of people and just into my own thing. And now meeting 20 people a day types.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was like one trigger point how it just shifts everything and you sort of discover, oh, this is also a side that I have.
Yeah.
And then you enjoy it.
And then you
it's
enjoy it.
Bringing in someone good for you.
Yeah.
So much good stuff for you.
I'm glad that happened for you. Yeah, I enjoy meeting people, but at the end I need to come back and just really go into my room and
recenter.
just yeah.
God, I just know every sentence that you're gonna say.
Am I not predictable or
No,
what?
it's just Cancer.
Cancer,
stuff.
I know.
You have that time slot of the day where you will ground yourself, write things down, and just center yourself कि हाँ आज ये हुआ या कल ये होना है.
हाँ, वो तो happens a lot. I go into the philosophical mode way too often. But when I'm with people, it's very hard for me to believe, because when I'm at home, I'm like, I cannot talk to anybody right now. So when I'm with people, I'm a completely different person. So even I don't understand sometimes, but I enjoy both.
Hannah
yeah.
Montana switch.
No. It's just I enjoy being both, but I know that I also need to be by myself and process whatever's happening, because otherwise you can keep living and
Yeah.
you won't really process what's happening.
That's interesting. Like journaling is something that you would be doing definitely.
Yes, I've been doing that since I was in school actually.
I picked it up last 6 months. So
Yeah?
it's new. I'm a newcomer.
You're a newcomer, but has it changed?
Yes, definitely. I can't go a day without doing it now.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's amazing. I don't journal every day but I
Yeah, it's just synopsis, I mean.
of your day.
Yeah.
So you write about your day.
More of a to-do and what worked and what didn't types. Pointers.
And what worked and what didn't, which is amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just writing my feelings. That sounds like a schoolgirl, no?
अपनी feelings लिखती
Feeling
हूँ.
में feelings लिख. No, I
No, it's
make
like-
to-do.
Then I understand, okay, हाँ, you're a songwriter, you write songs, you make music, and then ये feelings काम आती
Feelings इधर ही काम.
कहीं तो channel हो रही है कहीं पे
वही नहीं हाँ
EPs बन रहे हैं उसके
हाँ feelings लिख रही हूँ because I can then draw from them. I have a to-do also. I तो have to write message this person, call this person because अभी
Yeah.
मुझे कुछ याद नहीं रहता. I've become a little mindless. तो मुझे तो वो भी लिखना पड़ता है but otherwise I'm writing about my feelings only.
that's I have discovered with audio journaling it's like crazy. You should do
Audio
it.
journaling?
Yeah, you
What's
should try
that?
it. You just start your voice notes and talk.
अच्छा okay and then it writes.
No, you just talk. It's like a voice note.
But do you end up going back and listening to it?
No. You should not.
No. What if like some days you want to
हाँ, I don't
you
delete
pick up
it,
something
but-
from there. अच्छा.
Yeah, I don't delete it. जा सकते हैं कभी वापस.
वो मैंने एक बार ट्राई but I've never gone back and heard any of those but I've gone back and read my journals so that's why I prefer to write and if I'm too bored to write I'll do the voice dictation.
Text.
Last night I wrote इतना बड़ा journal. I was
so
just
easy,
voice
no?
हाँ it's so easy बेचारा वो notes बोल रहा होगा it's so shut up.
कितना बात करेगी?
कितना बात करेगी सो जा it's 2 o'clock at night just sleep nobody wants
Oh,
to listen to you.
Albums निकलने चाहिए इसके हिसाब से तो.
निकल-
EP क्यों आ रही?
मुझे I told you I want to make an album but I don't know how receptive people would be in terms of अभी तक singles निकाले तो each song gets its attention right तो I want because I am working on each song like it's one whole
Yeah.
album right
Massive एकदम.
हाँ पर मतलब एक गाने को इतना फोकस दे रहे हो people will just listen and maybe they will skip 1-2 songs also तो that is a small fear otherwise I have songs that can go in this EP and make it an album also I've thought about it we've spoken the team has
You
spoken
must
also
have songs ready, right? All the time. Some songs.
yeah these 5 songs are written composed
इसके
done
अलावा?
the 3 songs that I'm telling you that I
Okay.
want to put in the album they are ready इसके अलावा I have so many English and Hindi songs I think the bandwidth issue with regards to funding or just having as many producers have the time to work with you that's the biggest issue for me because if somebody comes and tells me okay Utsavi I'm working on your music for the next 1 month just your music
Yeah.
I have so many songs that they can just produce
So
but you have to also
This is an ask.
please reach out to me and make
Yes.
my
we have a
songs.
Taylor Swift in making. Please help her.
Please please work
I
with
didn't mean the breakup writing song.
Acha, I used to enjoy Taylor Swift's music so I'm very good with
Yeah.
that finding the right producer is also so important so that's also extremely like
You might have good experience working with so many producers.
Sanj I went to 4 producers जिसके साथ work नहीं हुआ the 5th producer I ended up working
So how
with
is it? Like you just don't click. Like ideas match नहीं होते.
you ask them to send you a demo of or maybe a 30-second demo
कुछ
of
करके
the song
दिखाओ
कुछ
उसको।
करके दिखाओ and you explain them कि मेरे mind में ये
course
है
you
ये
break,
references है ये सब है and after that also if somebody doesn't understand वो पहले ही पता चल जाता है because as musicians वो सेम वेवलेंथ पे अगर होना होता है तो हो ही जाता है मैच वरना यू रियलाइज फर्स्ट डेमो में ओनली दैट्स नॉट गोना वर्क आउट एंड इट वर्कड आउट विद माय प्रोड्यूसर मानव सो दैट्स व्हेन यू नो कि पहले ही पता चल जाता है इफ दे हैव अंडरस्टूड द ब्रीफ और नॉट
Correct. You've done collaborations, right, with other artists.
No, I'm really wanting to, which is I'm meeting a lot of musicians and trying to. I'm not
Not even one. I don't
not done any
remember.
collabs.
Like featured somewhere or
I'm just trying to remember so much.
so much work you've put.
No,
You don't remember?
like I'm telling you, last few months I've just been like so like slightly living thoda hazy. वो मंचला दिल था where the 4 of us with FFS.
Right.
So वो
Goa
था.
में
We
shoot
went
हुआ
to
था.
we went
Yes.
and shot the music video and so 4 female artists came together
Yeah,
and
it
वो
was
एक collaboration.
very surprising. I mean, didn't expect this 4 bunch to come together. Like
हाँ even I was when she told me these are the artists मैं भी personally सिर्फ संजना को जानती थी तो Sangeeta, Akanksha. It was good to get to
Yeah.
know them. Apart from that, trying to think if I've sung on somebody. I've sung on this other indie artist song, and I've not sung on anybody's song apart from that till now. No, I've written and composed for other people, but I've not
Yeah,
sung.
ghostwriter, producer.
Not ghostwriter also.
But-
If you know Ravitor, he's a producer, electronic producer, and he reached out to me in 2021 after listening to my English song Picnic, and he said, I want you to compose and write a song for Shilpa Rao that I'm doing with her.
Ooh.
And I said, are you like, is this a joke?
Which song was it?
It's called Ehsaas. You should listen to it. So I composed a melody and wrote the lyrics for it, and it was a great experience.
That's
Shilpa Rao
nice.
is one of my favorite singers of all time.
Have you like posted on your like posting wise, reels wise, or is it not?
Not very active actually. जितना मुझे करना है और करना चाहिए उतना somehow I don't end up doing, because that's why I say kudos to you and all content creators who create good, meaningful, quality content,
correct.
because doing that is so exhausting without a team. So I as much, and then I थोड़ा overthink also कि overshare कर रही हूँ मैं कि क्या है, because already my songs overshare a lot. So should I also do that? So I don't know, but I try to जो मन में आता है post, but not too much also.
So are you a person who will get sort of hung upon कि मेरे views कितने आ रहे हैं, reach and all that? Does it matter? It matters to me. I mean, I'm just giving my opinion. मुझे bother होता है अगर drop होता है तो.
You get bothered?
Yeah, of course.
For you तो engagement is important, very important, and because there's a direct correlation, right? If people are engaged with you, if more people are coming, so it means your music is going to more people.
Yeah, with you, yes.
So I take it as that कि क्यों अगर engagement कम है तो people didn't like the song या कुछ, so that bothers me. Number नहीं कि I don't attach number to my self-esteem or my self-image.
Right.
Not वैसे. I take it as a direct correlation कि what is something wrong with the music? Not wrong with the music, because I enjoy my music. कि what's happening? Is this not working? क्या हो रहा है? So वो कभी-कभी ऐसे लगता है. And honestly, I've tried really hard to try different formats of content, and sometimes ऐसे nothing's like ऐसे blown out of proportion, and I see people with like random content also have a lot of followers, so it's very random. Social media is super random.
Yeah,
So-
just blame the algorithm.
I don't want to blame it also. That's why I said I want to do more. I'm not doing, so maybe that is also one factor. But in general also, I feel like content डाल भी लो तो भी I've not seen इतना ज़्यादा response. So अभी there's this limited things you can care about.
Correct.
Even like doing everything yourself, like गाना भी बना रही हूँ, ये भी कर रही हूँ, reaching out to people. So how many things can I really care about?
Yeah.
So I need to care about social
Goes to
media, but
your,
sometimes
mental health.
then फिर it really affects
Yeah,
me
yeah.
because you associate it directly to validation, and as much as तुम बोलोगे कि नहीं है, it really does matter also.
Correct.
You pretend that it doesn't matter, validation doesn't matter. If you're treating it as a business and as work, which I am, it's no longer a hobby, then everything matters.
Yeah.
So
I remember we recently met at that Spotify pause.
yeah.
It was very helpful, right? Like in a way that a lot of creators sort of face these problems on daily basis.
Yeah, it was so nice to not know that everybody is going through the same problems. It's sad
Yeah.
that people are going through that problem, but it was nice to see that there are people who are feeling like that. I'm not alone in
And
feeling
it's
that.
very normal, and there are
And
ways
it's normal.
to tackle it.
Yeah, and there are ways. So yeah, shout out to Spotify also for doing something
Correct,
like that. And that the lady who was talking
Yeah.
was also nice.
I don't remember her name.
I don't remember her name. I would have again given her a shout out. But there was a calming energy about her. I
Correct.
liked that. Yeah. But it was nice. And after that, a bunch of musicians, we spoke also
Yeah.
how some people struggle with impatience, that why they have this energy, and like sometimes we're so used to doing, like we follow processes, किसी को ये date दिया तो ये time में कर लेंगे हम लोग, but most people don't do that, so that leads to a lot of impatience, and it makes you think something's wrong with you, which is not the case. You're just super accountable as a person. Not everybody is like that. So I think doing music teaches you so much about personality and how to deal with people and just balance than music itself, I feel.
Yeah. and then that music helps a lot of people.
And then that it's so funny sometimes. I actually
Yeah.
think people have written to me, Sanj has taken me through the hardest nights of my life when I couldn't sleep. I do a night job, and I was like in this temperature in Himalayas, and I was physically pain, like I was under physical pain, but your song helped me through the night. तो मुझे ऐसे messages आते हैं and I'm just like, wow, so music I am making is calming somebody,
Yeah.
but doing music is making me so anxious. So it's such a, it's so ironic, na?
It is ironic.
It's very ironic, but it comes with the job, I guess.
Yeah, but I think if you take it so lightly, also you will not be able to produce stuff.
100%. There are always ways to. Last night only actually I was up till 2 a.m. and I don't like the overthinking part of myself that overthinks, overanalyzes everything. Kabhi things that don't deserve it.
Yeah.
But that also has gotten me to be very detail oriented and do everything with a lot of attention, which a lot of people don't. So
You've sort of.
you just learn what to eliminate and what not to overthink and put that in the right places. Sometimes I need to be a little bit like my dad, but
You just mentioned few traits, and I was like, oh, you just were talking these traits about your mom.
Very
a couple
sharp,
of-
huh?
Yeah. Attentive.
have you seen Avara Pagal Deewana?
Yeah.
Sharp hai, huh? I'm so
I
late.
watched that only for Sunil Shetty and that Johnny Lever's rant.
Oh.
वो क्या होता है वो जो ऐसा आता है. Crazy.
Such a crazy.
I sometimes watch clips from this Idana and
Yeah.
Chota Chhatri.
Chota Chhatri,
Chhatri
Kaju
and
Katri. I know, such a classic movie. Such a great movie.
I'm gonna watch it tonight.
Yeah, I know. मुझे भी मन हो रहा है.
Wow.
Such a stress buster.
So you watch a lot of Bollywood?
I used to watch a lot of Bollywood movies. Not anymore. Selected movies, of course, I do watch.
अभी तो I think अलग ही हो गया है. It's
हाँ.
not like how it was 10 years ago.
पहले तो जो भी आता था देख लेते थे. Now, now there's so much content that you want to be picky and choosy
Yeah,
about
sometimes
what
I
you
can't
watch.
just pick only when I am on Netflix. Like कि क्या देखूं इतना सारा.
Exactly. आधा घंटा उसमें then you're अभी तो सोने का टाइम आ
अभी
गया.
सच में ऐसे लगता है कि पहले जो टीवी आता था ना and your channels are just randomly playing something for
Yeah,
you.
and then-
I have missed that now.
Yeah. I
Just
agree
show me
with
what you want to show. I don't want to pick.
I know. Anyway, you have to make choices in life every day. अभी इधर भी. I
सच में.
agree with you. Sometimes I miss the वो channel switch कर रहे हैं and
suddenly
that
mid
favorite movie आ
में
गया.
से
हाँ, yeah.
कोई तो चालू है already
हाँ,
और उसमें ही
yeah.
लगा दिया टाइप.
Correct. That I miss. I do end up watching a lot of movies. I actually draw a lot of inspiration from movies for my songs or just my thinking. And English movies I watch a lot. Bollywood also I watch, but I think once I saw the content थोड़ा deteriorate हो गया था बीच में in the 2010s.
Right.
So then I really pivoted to English
Anything
content.
Recent you've seen?
Any movie that I really enjoyed. Of course, everyone's talking about Lapata Ladies. If you're talking about Hindi movies, I really enjoyed
Crazy.
it. In English, though, I really enjoyed this TV show called The Bear.
Okay.
It's on Hotstar. Drama, super intense, but very good.
It's not about a bear.
No, it's not. It's about
When you said Hotstar, like Discovery, ऐसा कुछ.
no. It's about a chef and how he's trying to open a restaurant, and everybody is so messed up in their heads and their own problems, and when they all come together, interpersonal conflicts and
Wow.
trauma from life, and so it's quite intense, and I like that kind of stuff.
Enjoying
So,
content from there or what?
हाँ, मुझे तो बहुत just drama and like these kind of subtle emotions. It's nice to. I really enjoyed this movie called The Holdovers.
I've not
That also I enjoyed. I watched it in the theater. I don't know if it's on any OTT
seen.
platform.
You enjoy more of emotional drama stuff?
Emotional
Or
drama.
intense drama?
Thoda intense drama, like slower paced movies where you can think and like it's more feelings focused than action or something constantly happening on screen. So that
Like
I enjoy.
Avara Pagal.
Huh?
Feelings based.
So either it's Avara
It's
Pagal,
extreme ends.
extreme ends.
Extreme ends,
Yeah.
yeah.
No, but I like rom-coms also. That's why I write so many love songs also. I love rom-coms also. Apart from very ganda, like khoon kharaba wala stuff, I can watch everything. And I enjoy watching every lockdown. So my family and I used to watch one movie every day.
That's a less score, I think. Usually people were just keeping it on. Lockdown mein
No, but
kya
we were
tha?
watching good movies.
Acha.
Like I'd ask again, I'd take feedback, suggestions from like these people in the industry who know stuff. So
Oh.
like good stuff. Yeah.
Any international artists you grew up listening to?
Grew up to like I
fangirl, like crazy.
I told you, right? I went to Europe that 1 month after my job got over for backpacking. My primary agenda was to see Arctic Monkeys in
Oh.
concert, and I went to Poland to watch them. And there I saw Bruno Mars also, who's again a favorite. So Arctic Monkeys I really enjoyed because
I
they're
love that band.
You love that band?
Yeah.
Oh wow, it's so nice to hear. Like not many people
No.
in my circle I know. Wow,
Just
that's
good
amazing.
grooves. I mean,
Yeah, such
very
catchy.
nice groove.
Yeah.
And that his voice, like,
His voice is so good. I know. His writing also, for a rock band to write such profound, poetic lyrics
Yeah.
is so rare because rock bands are usually not that focused on
Yeah.
lyrics.
funk rock. I don't know what to call them. Funky a little bit, not entirely
हाँ,
funky.
मुझे भी नहीं पता because all their albums are so different also
Different,
from
yeah.
each other. Funk भी होगा everything I think, but they're mostly a rock band.
Yeah. It's just plain rock.
Yeah. International. So Sarah Bareilles is my all-time favorite. She's a lyricist, composer. She plays instruments. She's done a musical also. Acting also she likes.
I've not heard about her.
Okay. So internationally, her I like. Arctic Monkeys I like. John Mayer I like.
John Mayer is.
I grew up listening to a lot of Bollywood, no? So I loved Shankar Ehsaan Loy's music,
Yeah.
Sunidhi Chauhan, Sonu Nigam, and of course now the independent music पूरा एक अलग industry आ गया. But these are the artists that I grew up listening to.
Wow.
All Indian composers actually, the popular ones, they are the ones I grew up listening
Rahman.
to. A.R. Rahman, Amit Trivedi, Vishal and Shekhar. So everybody
Vishal Shekhar was like a one phase, like giving banger on banger.
Right here, right now.
And entire Anjani thing.
That I know,
Amazing
yeah, so cool.
stuff.
Yeah.
So
Or
do you visualize or sort of believe कि someday Bollywood में entry?
Playback, you mean?
हाँ.
I already have sung a song in a movie. You know Gulmohar, right?
I have not seen it.
Oh, so I acted in Gulmohar.
You have an acting debut in Gulmohar and a playback.
Yeah. So very randomly, I got the chance to act in Gulmohar, which is on Hotstar, and
Okay.
it's with Manoj Bajpayee sir, Sharmila Tagore ma'am, and like these legends, and I'm acting with them. And
Is it like a good brief role or?
Yeah. So it's an ensemble cast movie. So
Okay.
ensemble cast, there are multiple parallel storylines. So I have a storyline in that.
Oh,
It's not
you
a-
have your own storyline.
It's not a big chunk, of course. The movie is about the father and like Manoj Bajpayee ji and
Wow.
Sharmila Tagore ma'am, but I have a storyline and I am a singer-songwriter in the family. I'm the granddaughter. I'm Sharmila Tagore ji's granddaughter, and I am a singer-songwriter. That's how I got the role. And there is a concert scene in the movie in the end, which is the climax scene,
Okay.
and a lot of things are happening. So I sang a song in that movie, which is
Acha.
composed by Siddharth Khosla, if you know. So playback debut to ho gaya, and that was like my dream, obviously anybody's
Wow.
dream, no? So wo ho gaya, but I would like to do more like commercial because that movie, wouldn't call it indie, but it was again a family drama, not a theatrical release.
Just a OTT release.
OTT release. So I would like, I don't discount it. It's still a
Of
playback,
course,
a
it's
movie
big,
release.
yeah,
It's still a
right.
playback thing. So for me, it was a huge opportunity. But I would
Yeah,
love
someday,
to
yeah.
sing more for movies. Why not?
Yeah, definitely.
I think I see my music as a portfolio only, no? That people can listen and they can reach out. Okay, why don't you
Yeah,
sing
yeah.
a song for us?
You have like a dream collab in the Indian industry?
Composer wise?
Singer, composer, वो दोनों बता दो.
Composer to yaar, the composers I told you, I want to work with all of them.
Yeah, I don't think you can pick one.
It would be unfair to pick one because
But you'll
ऐसे
have
नहीं.
to pick one in singer sector.
Okay, singer sector में शायद I could. Composers I really want to sing with
Yeah.
Amit Trivedi sir and Shankar Ehsaan Loy, and I want to work A.R. Rahman. I want to work with all of them.
Correct.
Even the newer ones, they're really good. But singer, I've not thought about this. Sometimes I was telling you, sometimes I've written this very dramatic thing कि सपनों के तो मैं सपने भी नहीं देखती हूँ. Like sometimes I feel like it's so out of my reach. Like I get very scared of even dreaming because when it doesn't happen, my heart gets broken. So I don't even have like I work very hard, but I don't like कि ये होगा वो होगा. I don't.
Let's start manifestation right now.
Okay. Indian singers.
You just have to pick one and that will happen, I'm telling you.
From Bollywood?
Huh?
Okay. I want to sing a song obviously with Arijit Singh and Sonu Nigam.
Wow.
Yeah.
Good pick. I mean,
Yeah.
out of the stadium types.
Out of abhi, if I'm dreaming only, then I'll dream. If I'm dreaming only, then
dream big, definitely.
yeah. But I do remember telling somebody that I really like this singer. I cannot remember his name right now, but I was like, wow, he has a. If I remember, I'll tell you later.
Cool. Arijit Singh will probably see this video.
Now you make sure he sees this video.
You make sure he comes here and sits in front of me.
Yeah, this is what is this tit for tat you're doing.
No, definitely I'll pray that.
No, I
that
hope
happens
that
for
he
you.
watches it and your podcast really grows and reaches a
Yes.
bigger audience. And
Thank you.
and then I also get to sing.
दोनों तरफ से
दोनों तरफ से है ना.
बढ़िया है.
Cancers grow together, swim together.
God. So yeah, I think I'm more excited to see what's happening next for you. As I said, I want to see good music videos. If it works, yes, even that one video that's coming is going to be amazing. Like
Yeah.
because as you mentioned, you've seen your own journey go through so many stages, and I don't know, I've just only discovered you 1 year prior, and even in that 1 year, I've seen your transition, and मैंने तो गुलमोहर के बारे में अभी सुना, so like बड़े हस्ती बैठे सामने.
I know, you're too kind. It was. I also sometimes think of it. I'm like, wow, this happened to me, and that way again, like you can capsule things that happen in your life, but it's again when you're living it every day, you do see these small changes that and the moments of growth that happen, the moments of this didn't work happen, and a lot of those kind of things have happened for me also. But I'm also like English music, say that a transition to Hindi music. I'm still working on English music and I'll release some also, but constantly have to keep seeing what's working, what's not working, and at the end you do what you want to do only. But I'm very excited to make the videos also. For me, it's very important to have a visual identity for the songs, whether or not somebody is watching it or not. You cannot have this naive mindset when you're making music and trying to make that as a career. But some things are bigger than practicality, I feel, at least for me. Then whether or not I'm able to do it is a different thing, but I'll always try my best to, because it's I started it because I like the art form and like I enjoy communication, so don't want logistics to become a problem. You know what I mean?
Totally.
Yeah.
That's nice, यार. And as you see, हमारा indie industry इतना grow हो रहा है rapidly, so there's more listeners also. That's the reason it's also growing. You know, any industry wouldn't just grow because of access to internet, because there is an audience demanding it. That's why also, है ना?
Yeah, 100%. And
so हर एक चीज में होगा वो growth.
Yeah, correct. Sometimes I wonder how people are able to consume so much content also, and how so many people releasing music are finding so much audience. Sometimes it's beyond my scope of thinking.
Yeah, I'm shocked, like likewise, you know, because इतने सारे audiences, like my followers and stuff, they're not listening to mainstream stuff and going to indie scenes.
Correct.
They are just sharing their favorites and मैंने कभी सुना नहीं, and they are fabulous. So ऐसे बहुत लोग हैं. It's like amazing how it's working out. Like, do you see any artist around you, or you know someone जो बहुत brilliantly कर रहा है अभी, या फिर आगे जाके amazing कुछ कर सकता है? Like you see that next big thing types. कोई है?
friends I'm making right now who
Yeah,
are
yeah,
such good artists.
Of course.
तो मैं भी एक का ना, because I know where they're coming from, तो मुझे ऐसा एक का ना नहीं लेना, but like the
Yeah, I just name all of them here, matlab, because I see you all growing as a bunch.
yeah,
Definitely.
exactly. Also, I may miss out on names, so I don't want them to like hate me for it. But all my friends, I think, were just doing, whether bade banenge nahi banenge, but I just want to give them a shout out because I know we're all emotionally going through the same turmoil. And even if like मैं रो रही हूँ रात को, but I'm still showing up every day, and that's something everybody is doing. So Raghav Kaushik, Raghav Miatal himself, Akanksha Sethi, Hanita, and obsessed with the music by Lost Stories recently.
Yeah.
Really enjoy their music. Kanishk, they're all friends or artists that I really look up to. So I really want everybody to just get more listenership and grow. If I'm missing somebody, I'm sorry. This I had not
this
thought
is not
about.
something to miss out on. It's just top of your mind types, and I'm sure everyone around you also knows you mean only good for around people.
Yeah, please, friends.
So yeah. But yeah, yaar, there is a very amazing fun side of your identity that you don't usually show to the audience or your audience, and I want to see that more because a lot of your audience, my audience, are gonna see this episode and I discover like, bhai, Utsavi aisi hai, like she's fun. I mean, like crazy fun types. Awara pagal divana fun. So
You won't believe I used to go live on Instagram, and this guy, like I can whistle very well. I can whistle very.
you can do kuch hota
Whistle.
hai and aisa.
Okay, so I can whistle very well. So this Instagram guy, and I end up talking a lot on my live. Also, next day he wrote to me कि आप लगते हो ऐसे बहुत ही sophisticated type के, लेकिन आप हो नहीं. And I didn't know whether to take that as a compliment or.
It's like ये तू भी raw ही है.
हाँ, तू भी like आप बहुत chill हो.
हाँ.
So it's nice to know that. I told that when I meet people, their experience with me or even mine is very different, but I overthink social media a lot.
Yeah.
But I think I just need to like
Yeah,
chill.
maybe this is a start.
Maybe this is
Yes.
sounds good as a
Sounds
start,
good as a start
for
a lot of
Utsavi
things,
Part
yes.
2.
Utsavi Part 2. I see anyone who I meet, this is like a turning point for you. I believe this is a turning point for you. You're going to go amazing places and fun Utsavi is unleashed.
Thank you, and thanks for having me
Yes.
and talking to me and showing interest, and thanks for all the work you do for all us independent musicians and for all the questions you asked me. I really enjoyed talking to you, and I hope there are only good things ahead for both of us and for all the independent artists.
Yes. I hope someday I
Cheers.
ask your
Yeah.
manager कि उत्सवी के पास एक slot है क्या podcast के लिए?
I hope वो दिन आए. I will
And you
always
don't have time for
No,
me.
but I will always have time for you. But I hope that time someday comes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's about it.
Thank you for listening and for watching and for all your support and love always
Wow.
for both of us.
And cut. Yes. Nice.
Nice.
Superb, yaar.